Yes, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Deepak Mehta, and I had the business development part of IGX. And thank you, ET, for this opportunity. So, won't take much. I just need your 15 minutes just to explain the concept of IGX. And with all the support from the stakeholders, we have made a decent name in last 2 years. So, everybody is now looking forward to IGX. If they want to refer to Indian prices, the traded prices, the market which was opaque 2 years back, and now we are trying to bring that transparency in the system. So just to give a brief background, we started as a pure trading platform in June 2020. Post that, government also realized that how important this segment is, and the PNGRB came out with the gas exchange regulations. We applied for the authorization and in October, and we got the approval from PNGRB in December. And since last 2 years, we have been operating as an authorized exchange, the only authorized exchange in India. And post that, we started looking for important strategic investors because we thought that IGX alone cannot run the show. So we need the important stakeholders also to join us. So post that, GAIL, Adani, Torrent, ONGC, and IOCL, so all 5 majors have joined us as strategic investors. All are holding 5% each. There's a restriction from the regulator side that no company or no member can hold more than 5% just to avoid that conflict of interest. And post that, we also could get NSE, the National Stock Exchange, one of the leading stock exchanges in the world. So they have picked 26% in IGX, and balance is held by IEX. IEX, I think everybody is aware, the known name in electricity segment, discovering electricity prices for last 15 years. So this is just a brief snapshot what we have done in last 6 months. We have done 722 trades. So one trade you can compare with one GSA. So you can understand the difficulties in signing one gas supply agreement. But we have done 722 in first 6 months I'm talking about. We have traded 1 crore MMBTU in first 6 months. And I'm happy to share that in the month of November, only in the month of November, we have traded 1 crore MMBTU. So that's a big jump we have seen in IGX volume in last, especially 2 months. We have more than 31 members now trading on IGX. You name any entity present in the gas segment, they have joined IGX. We have more than 120 clients sourcing gas from us at different locations. So when I say that we have traded 1 crore MMBTU, that means that each molecule has resulted into deliveries. So we offer only the spot trading, no derivative products are available on our system. So each molecule has been resulted into deliveries. And we have seen a decent growth of almost 650% and year-on-year growth in a number of trades also. That's again a liquidity barometer. You can just see how the IGX volumes have grown. And this is how the entire model works. We have divided the entire India into 6 zones, the 6 regional hubs. The most active has been the Western hub, where we have the delivery points in Maharashtra, namely Dhabol is there, then you have Mashkal, then important delivery points in Gujarat, that is Dahej, Hazira, Ankot, Bhadbut. We have also seen domestic gas being traded, the HPHT ceiling price gas, which the earlier panel discussed. We have already seen 13 auctions on IGX. ONGC, Reliance, they have participated on our platform. And more than 20% volumes have been contributed by the domestic producers. We offer the flexibility to the market. When you talk about, around 2 years back, if anybody said that I need gas for a day, so there was no possibility of sourcing gas for a day, but that has become a reality now with IGX. So we offer contracts ranging from 1 day to 6 months. So if anybody is running short of gas, maybe they can place a bid today, and if that bid is maturing into a trade, you can get delivery of gas next day itself. So these are the flexibility which we offer to the market, and all the contracts are traded on IGX platform very frequently. The price discovery mechanism for the daily and day-ahead contracts, the normal share trading, what you do, it's a normal market-driven continuous trading. You place your bid. If the same bid is there on the opposite side, your trade gets executed immediately. Whereas the other contracts are concerned, we have the auction model where the price is discovered based on the bids received from the market participant. So I have one slide on that. So that's very important, how to understand the price discovery mechanism that we are following in IEX also for last 15 years. The same model we have replicated in IGX also. Again, a benefit for buyers, we offer delivered transaction. That is again one of the USP. We have the understanding with major transport providers like GAIL and PIL, where a small entity or any company, maybe a glass company or a fertilizer company or a ceramic company, can ask IGX to book the capacity on their behalf. So we book the capacity from delivery point to their delivery point. So that has again become a reality. What we trade is in INR. So we have to slightly move from dollars to INR. So what we trade is on firm basis, that too in Indian rupees. So that currency risk is automatically getting hedged. You don't have to hedge your currency risk separately. So these are few of the USPs you can see on IGX. The important part here is that our lot size is also 50 MMBTU. So it's a minimum lot size or the decent lot size. Even a small industry located in any of the CGD network having access to GAIL network can try on our platform by sourcing 50 MMBTU of gas. X-sub is one transaction which is again very famous on IGX. X-sub means that the entity already has the transport arrangement with the transporters. So the main participants, what they are trading today, like IGL, MGL, GAIL, BPCL, they already have their own arrangement with the transport companies. So they simply come here for the price discovery, and the capacity part is taken care by them. So just to bring that confidence into the system, we have a proper margining system. So if buyer is placing a bid on the system, first and foremost thing is that they have to become either client or member of IGX. So they have to deposit certain margins with us. So the entire thing works like this. So today, if a buyer is placing a bid for delivery happening in January, so at the time of placing of bid, 25% margin has to be deposited with the exchange. That can be in the form of non-cash also. And when from 1st of January, when the delivery is actually starting, so from 31st December, we would be charging pay-in on rolling basis in cash format. So that 1 day value of gas, the exchange charges 1 day prior to the delivery starts. So this cycle continues, and we deposit this money to the seller's account. So this is one advantage all the sellers have. The entire risk management is taken care by IGX. They don't have to follow with their buyers for payments and all. So here, the proper risk management is done by IGX. So it's not only that we are discovering the price, we are arranging the risk management, we are arranging the deliveries, we are arranging the allocation, we are arranging the capacity. So the entire cycle is taken care by IGX. So this is how the price discovery happens on IGX platform, one of the most important slides. So this is what is happening on IGX. We are open from Monday to Friday from 10 to 2. The 4 hours the market is open. So you can modify your bid. The buyers and sellers can modify their bids multiple times. So this is what we have in our system when the market is closed. We have buyer A, B, C, D, and accordingly we have sellers also in the system. So once the market has been closed, we have the algo approved by PNGRB, and a price is discovered. So we discover a price. So we have plotted all the buy side bids against the sell side bids, and we see that where the maximum volume is getting cleared, in this case it is 600 MMBTU, and the equivalent price is 430 rupees. So this means all the buyers who have quoted a price of 430 and above, they'll be getting gas, and all the sellers who have quoted a price of 430 and below, they'll be able to sell gas at price of 430 rupees. So only, what is the logic of giving a high price? Because our priority is price and time priority. So in this case, the buyer A volume will get cleared first, then followed by buyer B and C. So this is how we are discovering price in electricity segment also. The only difference is that in IGX, this auction is open auction, whereas in electricity segment, the entire auction is closed one. So why we have kept this open? Because we have multiple concepts of delivery points. There are tax arbitrages also between different states. Maharashtra is attracting a tax of 3%, whereas Gujarat is having a tax of 15%. So same customer based in Uttarakhand or Haryana, the landed price changes depending on from which state that gas is sourced. So if that gas is sourced from Maharashtra, that entity is liable to pay 3%, and if the same gas is sourced from Gujarat, that entity is liable to pay 15%. So it's very important to bring that clarity and openness to the market so that buyers can decide on the hubs from where they want to source gas. So just to summarize the trading, what we have discussed, we have a bidding process on daily basis from 10 to 2. We also have a concept of market extension. So if there is any revision in the bid in last 5 minutes, the market is getting extended for another 15 minutes so that everybody gets a fair opportunity to revise their bid. Then we have the matching, which is done post close of the market as per the logic approved by PNGRB. Then we check for the pipeline capacity availability. In case of accept transaction, it's taken care by customers themselves, whereas in case of deliver transaction, the IGX does that capacity. Then post that confirmation is shared between buyers and sellers. The important thing to note here is that the invoicing is done directly between buyers and sellers. We are just a facilitator, and we are not owning the molecules at any time. So the existing mechanism we simply follow, and then scheduling and the broadcast of the prices is done post that. This is how the volumes on IGX have grown up. You can see we started on a very slow note, but as you can see in the month of October and November, the volumes have really picked up. And in November volumes, if I talk about, we have traded close to 10 SCMD. That's a decent volume. So there was a concern from, especially from the fertilizer segment, that volumes are very minuscule on IGX. But now we have recommended that at least 10% of their requirement can be sourced from IGX. So you can see the volume growth. And we have also done the comparison with what we did in last quarter. And there has been huge jump in volumes, what we have seen on the IGX platform. Few of the firsts we have mentioned on the right side. You can just take note down of that. And this is how we have handled the deliveries. This graph is plotted in case of deliveries we have handled in that particular month. So here you can see that in the month of December, we have already discovered a price of January. So that's again one additional thing we have brought into the system, that 2 months down the line, you can have a fair idea, you can have your business projection, that what are the estimated or the traded prices on IGX platform. These are not the assessment prices, but the actual traded prices. And you can see the volumes also, which we have handled in the November month, it is close to 5.4. December is still continuing, so if we trade in weekly contracts or the daily contracts, this volume will again increase from currently 6.1 SCMD. Going forward, we are expecting that by the time we end December, we would be handling close to 7 to 8 SCMD only in the month of December. The auctions, as I mentioned, we have already done 13 auctions till date. This is again one segment where all the actual requirers can participate. Here the gas is sold at a ceiling price, that is HPAT ceiling price. And we have designed our logic in such a way that you just have to place your bid, and that buyer is guaranteed that some quantity would be definitely allocated to that entity. So it's not on price and time priority, because here the price already is at the ceiling price. But we have built a logic in such a way that if there are 20 entities on the buying side, everybody is allocated some part at least from the HPAT ceiling gas. And this volume increase we have seen, especially from Reliance. They've already done 3-4 auctions on our platform, and they have sold decent quantum on IGX. And this is one thing which was earlier missing, the transparency which we have brought to the system, the red line. So IGX prices have always been at a discount to spot prices. Again, the WIM prices or JKM prices, so those are the assessed prices. And what we say is the traded prices. So if any entity is having exposure to JKM or WIM, you can have a substantial saving by sourcing gas from IGX platform, because we are always at a discount to international prices. And few of our members and clients, the proprietary members, members who have their own requirement and can trade on behalf of their associates and affiliates. We have the trading concept also, the brokering concept, what you see in NSE and BSE, which, these entities can trade only for third party, but they cannot trade for their own requirement. And clients, they trade through TCM, Trading Cum Clearing members. So you name any entity, you can see whether it is GAIL, ONGC, BPCL, HPCL, IOCLs, all are actively trading, sourcing gas from IGX. A few of the benefits we have already mentioned. It's a flexibility, transparency, the competitive prices. You can select the hub, nearest to the hub, you can source from that point. So these are few of the innovations we have done on our in our contracts, and you can pick and choose. I mean, we have designed our contracts in such a way that you can pick and choose number of days you require in a week. So you need gas for day 1, day 2, and then again 5 and 6. So that permutation and combination is also possible on IGX platform. We also have a weekday contract. Few of the CGD companies, their requirement goes down during weekend, Saturday and Sunday. For them, we have a weekday contract also, where the delivery happens from Monday to Friday. So we are continuing our innovation, and going forward, we'll definitely work as per the requirement of the market. And few of the gas market enablers, we are working very closely with the policymakers. One important thing is the sourcing by fertilizer companies through IGX. Then we are advocating the access code and the unified tariff. We are also working for the exclusivity of the CGD companies, so that CGD companies can buy from source gas from third party. Then everybody has this in their wish list that it should be under the GST ambit. So how you can join? You can become a client. Client fees is just 1 lakh rupees for just couple of minutes. 1 lakh rupees a year, and for proprietary member we charge 55 lakh rupees. So you can decide depending on your requirement. If your requirement is 1,000 or 2,000 MMBTU a day, we would suggest you become a client of our existing TCM setups. So going forward, we are also exploring 2 new segments. One would be the SSLNG, that is the small scale LNG, where the transportation would happen through trucks, and also a launch of annual contracts, where it would be benchmarked on IGX prices. So currently, if you talk about the ONGC auctions and the Reliance auction, the annual auction, there the benchmark somewhere is WIM prices, JKM prices, or Brent prices. But here we are proposing that annual contract, the monthly settlement would be done on the IGX prices. Suppose in the month of November, if we are declared a price of $15, then in an annual contract traded in the month of October, the November invoicing would be at $15. So these are few innovations we have done, and this is the index we share with the market participants. In case if you want to have this copy, you can drop in your email ID. You can start getting this report maybe from today itself. And in fact, last year we got the best energy startup award also from ET, and going forward, we hope that we continue our good work. Thank you, everyone. In case if you have any question, I'm happy to answer that.